Tonight, I heard the news reporters asking the senators and Republicans and MAGA in Washington how they felt about the pain and suffering that Donald Trump was causing on these people. And no one would actually state anything against it. It reminds me when the Congress House of Representatives said, "We don't want this monster amongst us. Get him out of here." And sent him to the Senate for the Senate to take care of the business, since they had the power over there to do it. But they said, "Oh no, we can't do that. We need him." And then when they got a chance to send it to the Supreme Court to do something about it, they said, "Oh no, we need him." And it was funny to me in a sense, because it reminded me of what it must have been like when the same people. And first of all, let me remind you, don't get upset with these people for bagging Trump. They can't do anything other than bag Trump. You see, these people were raised by a different God. They were raised by a God of white supremacy. Let me say it again. They were raised by a God of white supremacy. And this is the only thing that they can respond to. Like I said, they reminded me when, I'm sure back in the day, when they were trying to say that black people weren't even human. And when they wanted to legitimize it a little bit, they said they were fractionally humans. That was from the white supremacy guy. But don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. They are going to say that. They're going to act just like they really have been trained to act. But let us not worry about that. Let us act the way the God of the universe requires that we act. We act like the God of the universe, and we can defeat the God, the white supremacy God, in a heartbeat. And how is that? Let us make sure that those things that the God of white supremacy is doing, that we, in doing that of the God of the universe, that means all people, that we as our efforts, not just our talk, but our walk, indicates that every family got a home in this country that's here. And let us do it in such a way that other nations want to copy it and want to do the same thing. They got a home, they got food, they got access to it, they got clothing, they got education. I mean, we already got a poor education system. Some of theirs is better, but it's not good enough. It's not as good as it can be. So make sure they got health care. And all of these various jobs are filled with people who love these jobs, love them. It gives them great joy. And making sure that the things that we as people have determined are essential for our satisfaction in life, it is being produced right there by the workers, my friends. This is what we should concentrate our efforts on. We can forget about talking about the God of white supremacy. We know what that God of white supremacy is. We shouldn't even waste our time. We should start talking to one another about what is the God of the universe telling us to do. What do we see our actions in this new establishment of order? This is what we should spend our time doing. And I'm asking everybody to spend some time thinking about that. I know everybody that's led by the Spirit of God is doing that already. But I realize also that everybody that says Lord, Lord doesn't necessarily know anything about the Lord. But those of us who do, let us be the shining example. They may never have seen God. They may have no idea what God is, but they do know what love is. They do know what having their needs and wants and desires met is. And let us focus on that. Let us make sure that they have access to that. Okay? But then at the same time, let us make sure that there are no more millionaires. There are no more billionaires. There are no more multi-billionaires. These guys have sold their souls to the God of white supremacy that I'm convinced came from the pit of hell. So you think about that, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have to worry about Trump and those guys anymore, even though they are in power. Don't worry about it. We got the snowstorms will hold them back. The floods will hold them back. The fires will hold them back. They can't, the darkness and all of the stuff that they cannot control can hold them back. But I tell you, my friends, we got a winning hand, and let us not throw it away. There's nothing any better than these days. I mean, truly, these days, when you got somebody as evil as Trump, who wants to be the leader of the world, who won't even put his hand on the Bible when he's swearing a lie. No, don't us fear that. Let us rejoice, because the moment has come for the true God of the universe, not that one well, you know what I'm talking about, the true God of the universe. Now, we see the truth. We see the ugliness of the other. We should rejoice. Now they're going to tell you need money. You don't need money. That's a big lie that the crooks perpetuated. Let me say it again. They think and they want us to believe that we need money. We do not need money. That is the big lie that the crook perpetuated. See, the God of the universe said we would find our joy and happiness and peace and prosperity and freedom in having access to that which gives us our greatest joy. And that's a career where we just love it, and at the same time we're creating an abundance of the things that would make us feel satisfied that we are living as though we're in heaven. Think about that as opposed to talking about Trump and those crooks, okay? Think about it. Goodbye.